Hello, everybody. We are live. As Brendan shoves a piece of pizza into his mouth. Couldn't have timed that better. Welcome. Yeah, I am echoing really bad on somebody, so like everyone just check real quick. Just make sure. Yeah. But we're gonna fix that on the fly, and we're probably gonna edit out for the podcast this little preamble. But anyway, welcome to the final rule. I, as always, am your host and DM, Glenn Underwood, also known as Maytag. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Twitter at May_tag official, Twitch at May_tag, where you're watching this right now. Hey Chase, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Thank you very much. Hey, Vince. I just realized, by the way, that my desktop audio was actually off because it was muted on this. So we're gonna redo all of that.
Oh, wow. Fantastic!
10 out of 10.
I know. I'm very good at this.
It's a live show.
It's a live show, and it comes with the foibles of being live. So hello everyone for the second time for us, for the first time for you. My name is Glenn Underwood. I'm very good at what I do. I'm also known as Maytag. You can find me on Twitter at May_tag official, and I will be the DM/host for today's episode of The Final Rule. Hey Chase, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Chase Bernard, otherwise known as Cut to the Chase on Twitch or Cut to the Chase 9 on Twitter, and I will be playing Dorvis, the half-orc wizard.
Thank you very much. Vince?
Hi, I'm Vincent Bianchi. You can find me on Instagram at I'm a theater major. I'll be playing the role to me today. I am Walter Tang.
Thank you very much. Hey Brendan, once you finish eating that piece of pizza, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Brendan Bice. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Brendan Bice. And I will be playing Brooke Pendleton II.
Thank you.
Half-orc bastard.
Amazing. And last but not least, we have a very special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ellen Farah, artist, improviser, all that fun stuff. Should I tell them who I am, or are they going to figure that out? As far as character.
Let's let them figure. Like, your name is displayed on the thing, but we'll get there when we get there. But where can we find you at?
You can find me and my art on Instagram at Ellen's Restless Mind. I also do. You can find me on the Four Humors Comedy on Instagram as well. I do improv in town. I do things, and I'm funny.
All right, thank you very much. So you may be, if you're new to this channel and you've never heard me give this speech before, I give it at the top of every single episode, so I'm sure the people listening to the podcast at this point are just like bored to death with it, but we're going to go through it again. You might ask yourself, hey, completely improvised D&D, isn't all D&D improvised? Well, yes and no. Whenever it comes to the actual role-playing, yeah, a lot of the encounters are improvised, but the DM usually goes through painstaking efforts in order to plan characters, settings, the world building. They have a bunch of prep that they do before the session ever starts. I have elected to be extremely lazy when putting this together so that I don't have to do any of that prep, and instead putting the added stress on me of doing it live for an entire audience to watch. So all of the oh god, he's already in chat. So all of the characters you get here, all of the world building happens in motion. I don't decide anything before we start. Our players had no backstories before we started playing this, now 9 weeks ago. And everything that you see here came out of us playing. And that's what we mean whenever we say this has been a completely improvised D&D campaign. So whenever it comes to improv, a lot of different schools have different schools of thought, but most of them generally settle around about 5 rules for improv. We're going to go through the 5 rules that we're going to be using in order to make sure that we're going to give you the best possible show that we can. The first rule is probably the biggest rule, and one that you'll find pretty much anywhere that you see improv being done, is yes. Always say yes. Yes is always the answer. And even better than a yes is a yes and. So what does that mean? It means that if somebody tells you that something is true about the world, or gives you sort of details about the scenario that you're playing with them in, you always want to tell them, yes, what you have said is true, and confirm that that is true about the world. And even better is if you can confirm that what they said is true, and also add an extra detail on top of it, so that you sort of build up the world, and then you sort of build out from there. The second rule that we're going to go to is a really big one for us especially, which is work to the height of your intelligence. So it's really, really easy to sort of go for the low-hanging fruit and to play to the lowest common denominator whenever you're improvising, which means, like, making dick and poop jokes. But really, once you do that, there's not really anywhere you can go from there. So we're instead going to assume that everyone in our audience is clever people, because I believe that you are clever people. And that you'll pick up on more subtle jokes, more subtle callbacks, and we're going to play to the height of our intelligence so that you get to listen to the height of yours. The third rule that we're going to work with is to actively give and receive gifts. So a gift is sort of like what we were talking about before, saying that something is true about a character or the world that we're in. Sort of saying, if I was talking to Chase and I said, "Hey, Chase, how was that fire yesterday?" I've given Chase a gift that says, there was a fire yesterday that you were somehow a part of, and it's up to Chase to receive that gift.
Well, I kept it in the back room, but I don't know how much longer I can hold it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's received the gift and also added on top of it. So that is sort of a way to receive a gift, and we want to make sure that we are never denying any gifts that are being given. So the fourth rule is one that we are sort of going to play with a little bit. We're not going to follow it directly. It's usually no open-ended questions, so asking stuff like, how are you? What are you doing? Where are we? It sort of puts the onus on the other person to come up with something brilliant, and we don't want to put that kind of pressure. We'd rather come up with something ourselves and then have it be confirmed by those around us. So we're going to alter that rule slightly for this and say, rather than no open-ended questions, add detail when possible. So there will be times where you have to ask me, like, hey, what's going on? What does this look like? And I'll be more than happy to fill in the details. But if you can give me something to go off of first, I will be able to create something even better. So the fourth rule we're going to say is add detail when possible. And finally, the fifth rule that we're going to be playing with is make everyone else look like a genius. So there is a sort of immense pressure that is put on improvisers to be the funniest, smartest, like most clever person in the room, and that's a really hard sort of standard to live up to. So rather than doing that, we're gonna do our best to make everyone else that's playing look like a genius by highlighting their strengths and sort of playing to what we know that they're capable of playing to. That way, if we all do that for each other, then we all automatically become the smartest, coolest person in the room, right? So we're going to make everyone else look like a genius. So those are the 5 rules of improv, but of course, because this is Dungeons & Dragons and a tabletop role-playing game, there is a final rule. This is the final rule we'll be playing with is, of course, Rule 0, which is at the end of the day, when all is said and done, whatever the DM says goes. And because we're making up the story sort of on the spot, sometimes there will be inconsistencies within lore, and like I'm doing my best to try to catch them as they happen, and I may have to retcon things in order for it to make sense, or I may have to say that just can't happen. And that's just sort of an assumed principle, but it's something that's really, really important because we're doing this improvised and live. So that's the final rule. And we're always going to sort of be respectful of each other all the time, but at the end of the day, I do have the final say. One more thing that we're going to talk about before we get rolling and we talk about the suggestion for the night, that's this. Consent in role-playing is very important to me and very important to everyone else that's in this call. So we have something in place to make sure that we are staying aware and responsible about our fun and what we're doing, our role-playing. So at any point in time, any of our players or anybody in chat, for our players, you can throw up an X with your hands or hold up an X card if you have one. And that indicates to me that whatever it is that we're doing, whatever it is we're talking about, we need to fade to black and move on. That way we don't step on, we don't induce any triggers. We don't make it an unfun sort of game to play, right? And anybody in chat, you can also put up X's if you want to. If you feel like we are, once again, treading on dangerous ground, you're more than welcome to tell us. We will be respectful of it. So we just wanted to put that out there. This is supposed to be fun for us, and it's supposed to be fun for you. And if it ever becomes not fun for any reason, it's on us to change. So we just need to be aware. So that's everything that I have to say about what it is that we do. That's my normal sort of preamble for all these episodes. But this is the time where I look to chat to give us our suggestion for the night. So, like all good improv, we will start off asking for a suggestion, which is a word or idea of some sort that we get to sort of improvise around, use in the story. It guides us a little bit. So starting, I'll say right about now, the first word that I see in chat is going to be our suggestion for the night. We're going to improvise around it, and we're going to see where it takes us. But let's sort of establish walnuts. Walnuts is our suggestion. Thank you, Lucas, for putting that in chat. Walnuts is our suggestion. So where we left off in the last episode, you guys had just been basically abducted by the Rosemary Corporation for your involvement in the supposed death. Well, we know that he died, but your involvement is what's supposed of Sage Broussard way back in session 0. And the Rosemary Corporation was sort of nicely interrogating you about what it was that was going on in Brook.
If they had asked, I would have told them what happened to Sage. Like, it was...
Hey, I'm not going to say he did a good job of it. I'm saying that was his job. And we'll talk, Brooke, about what your interrogation was like, or even if you had an interrogation in the first place, here in a second. But we left off with everyone returning to the Drow in order to sort of try to find help to recover the lost Drow that the Rosemary Corporation also abducted, that were part of the Dota squad. So they arrived. They warned you guys against coming back. And then the last thing that sort of happened was, out of an inky darkness, a beholder appeared and said some very threatening things about some sort of final rule. And that's where we sort of left off.
Never heard of it.
So we're getting plopped right back into this situation?
We are going right back from where we left off. So the beholder is sitting... Have any of you heard, like, have any of you seen a beholder before? Dorvis, Walter, or Brooke?
Players?
Yeah, Brooke. Yeah, like your characters.
No.
I have not. I don't even know what I know. I don't think Walter even knows what that is.
Okay, so what you see in front of you is what basically amounts to a mass of eyes. In the dark, Walter, you don't have dark vision, correct?
No, I'm an Arthur Nazi.
That's what I thought. So in the darkness of this cave, you do see a bunch of eyes. One giant one that's looking directly at you, and we'll say 11 other ones that are sort of darting in all directions. They're all emitting a faint light, but they appeared out of nowhere before the words were said. And either this is a bunch of really small things or one really big thing with a bunch of eyes. So, Brooke, you came just in time for let's see. You popped up before the interrogation started and after you guys left the Drow City, correct? Brooke?
Sorry, I was getting a little pizza delivery.
Oh no, you're good. Of course you were. You helped. You escaped. You got caught by the Rosemary Corporation, and that's the last time we saw you, right?
That is correct.
So tell me, these guys got interrogated. What happened to Brooke whenever he was caught?
I feel like Brooke probably, because I wild shaped into hyena on my way up there, probably didn't realize I was Brooke and might have got captured by animal control. And for the past couple of days, or however long it's been, I've been sitting with like other animals. I don't think they checked on me. So after a couple hours, I turned back into Brooke, and I've just been sitting with like some dogs and a snake and a camel, just kind of like telling them my life story, really.
The average animal control has all of those things.
I will
all,
say,
like, together in
yeah,
one cage,
exactly.
too.
I will
Oh.
say that in the case of this specific animal control, one of the Paxilisks that escaped is also there.
Like, that's what, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's hard for us, but basically that's when I killed my Uncle Daniel. It's hard.
And then suddenly, like while you're in the middle of the story, like sort of leading this, almost like a grief support network of these animals. You suddenly like feel like your body, like your not just your body start to vibrate, but like your entire being, every atom down to your like very soul itself just vibrates, and then suddenly you are like thrown to a very hard rocky ground. As you are suddenly plopped down in front of in front of Dorvis, Walter, and Kin, who are all staring up like just in awe of this thing that's hovering above you.
Okay, then I guess I don't see him. Never mind. I'm probably still freaking out about the thing.
It's good to see y'all.
Brooke, don't
Guys,
move.
what is that?
Don't
Guys,
move.
what is that? What the hell is that?
I don't know what that is.
I start shaking my hand a little bit. No, I'm messing with you. No,
No, I know. No, Brooke, I know who you are. I know who you are. But what the hell is that?
Well, I have dark vision, so I can see that it's not just a bunch of eyes, right?
Yeah, you see that it is in fact a purple beholder with like red piercing eyes that are all like a little bit bloodshot, just like somebody who's had just a one shot of espresso too much. That's the sort of like just creeping on the outside of the irises bloodshot they are.
It looks like one of those. You ever had a nightmare and it came true?
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Well,
Have you ever had a nightmare that came true?
All the time.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, so this Brooke isn't the only other being that's been transported into this cavern. There is also a how tall would you say that Mitha is?
Mitha is average height for a humanoid, like fairly comparable to an average human woman, I would say. Like, let's say 5'3".
Okay, yeah. So
slightly shorter than average height, really.
So a tief. Have we talked about tieflings in this world yet? Yeah, we have because of Grandma. Yeah. So
oh yeah.
what appears to be why don't you give us a physical description of Mitha?
All right, Mitha, dark skin, like kind of like dark burgundy red skin, solid white eyes, ram horn thing going on, big old tail. You know, classic tiefling. But she's dressed really smartly, kind of almost like a secretary. But on kind of like plain trousers, kind of a nice secretary-esque shirt.
Trousers,
but,
you say?
Yeah, trousers. She gotta be able to do things. But
Yeah.
and then leather armor because she don't play games. All right, and she's wearing a lot of gold jewelry, kind of a little flamboyant with the jewelry, whereas the rest of her clothing is fairly tame. But yeah, rings, necklaces, earrings, you name it. Like, she even got some necklaces and like stuff on her tail. Like, it's a little over the top, but still fairly tasteful.
Excellent. So that is who you see as well, standing sort of not like in the shadow of the beholder, but just sort of like off like ready to take notes about what's about to happen. Basically, is sort of the posture that you get from this tiefling. And the beholder sort of looks around, at everyone who's gathered and simply says, "Mitha, are we all gathered for the meeting?"
It appears so, sir.
And
Oh God.
and our shareholders are being broadcast in, correct?
Yes, we got them all on the line. They're all waiting. They're just waiting for you to start.
Excellent. Well,
Shareholders?
I'm afraid that we may have
Shareholders.
gotten off on the wrong. And the beholder like glances down to realize that he doesn't have any feet, and he's train of thought. You see, my name is Balazar. Balazar the. What's another word for extremely wealthy? There's a word in my mind.
Not
Affluent.
extravagant.
Affluent.
Affluent.
Balazar the Affluent is what his name is going to be.
What a great improv name.
Thank you.
Yeah. So guys, have you seen this? Do you know what this is, guys? Ken,
Excuse me, please. If you would like to speak, you may speak whenever you have the talking stick. And you see like a little rod, like made out of brass, sort of float in front of Balazar, and it's just sort of like suspended there. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, Balazar the Affluent. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Welcome to our first official meeting as new business partners.
Partners?
I start
Oh,
passing out
yes.
flyers. I give them flyers.
I take it, and it has described on it. What he so wait. Yeah, I'm confused by it. I read it. I'm like, wait, what are you? Why is partners? I don't.
Another contract?
Come on here.
It's not just you, Mr. Tang. You see...
No, I understand. I get the concept of partners more than just me. Like, well, is it more than just us, or is it just us and you? Like,
Well,
are we just
right.
like-
What, Mr. Tang, do you have the speaking rod? Is
I don't.
is this
Also,
floating
how do
in
you
front
know
of
my
you?
name?
Is
How do
this
you know
floating
my-
in front of you right now? I keep hearing you talk, and you don't have the speaking rod in front of you.
Walter, take the rod.
Grab the rod, Mr. Tang.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna walk forward and try to grab the rod.
So here's some physical comedy for you. You go to pull on the rod, and the rod just straight up doesn't move from where it is.
Oh.
And
So I guess I'm
Balazar
still-
looks down and goes, "Oh, what's wrong? Are you not worthy to speak, Mr. Tang?"
Oh,
I'm
no.
holding on to it. That was the rule. I'm holding on to speaking sick, and now I can speak. So let me ask again. Why does this the flyer? It's got Rosemary Corp all over it. Like what's your tie-in with them exactly, or is this like a?
Oh, the Rosemary Corporation is my corporation. I started it long ago whenever I first came to this land.
Oh.
Okay. So then,
Sorry, I'm so rude. What is a business meeting with new partners without some snackage? Mitha, would you bring the walnuts?
Oh, yes. Right away, sir. And I go and grab them.
Yeah.
Bring them up.
Golden
Nutcrackers.
They both float to be alongside the speaking rod.
Which
Thank
I'm
you
holding on
so
to.
much, Mitha. Now, Mr. Tang, your questions will be answered once I go through this short presentation. And one of the eye stalks is going to go towards like the ceiling of the cavern and start projecting a light up to the top. And a little PowerPoint is going to begin. Words bounce in from the corner and sort of settle in the middle. And it says, "What to expect when you're expecting to be part of the Rosemary Corporation."
I'm gonna let go of the talking stick and step back. Like I'm gonna.
I'm mystified.
Yeah, Brooke is taking vigorous notes.
Excellent. So here at the Rosemary Corporation, we're about one thing and one thing only. And then the words profits like springs in and like money rains down from the ceiling. But we're also about something else too. And then a bunch of like really images flash by really quickly of like a baby and like trees and like a Paxilus roaming on a wall. Like it is like but blasted at you like a mile a minute. You can't really discern like the images necessarily. That's right. The Rosemary Corporation is about, and then the name Grendel just appears. Any questions so far? Good. Anyway, moving on. This partnership is between, and then like the Rosemary Corporation. The Rosemary Corporation like appears, and then underneath the Rosemary Corporation it says "and you," with an exclamation point that comes in after.
Dorvis, grab the talking stick. You had a question. Go, Dorvis.
Dorvis hesitantly grabs the talking stick while this presentation is going on.
you go to grab the talking stick, and one of the eyes looks at you and just like blasts you back. It doesn't do any damage. It's just like literally like a force wave that just like pushes you back. So you may be asking yourself, what do I have to gain from this? And the answer is power. Lots and lots of power. You see, here at the Rosemary Corporation, we are about one thing. And then power appears on the wall, sort of, and like he rambles on using a bunch of like timeshare lingo almost about like being very vague about exactly what this partnership entails. But you get the sneaking suspicion that this partnership really is about earning Balazar as much money as possible.
I go for the talking stick again.
He's so into his spiel right now that you managed to make it.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
The projection immediately cuts off. Immediately. And he stops dead in his tracks. And he looks down and says, Mr. Dorvis, I would highly recommend that you don't insinuate that I would stoop so low.
I'm sorry. I mean, is this a multi-marketing level?
Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing thing?
So I see we're going to have to do this the hard way. Fine.
I mean, if you want to like draw out the profits, like as a graph, you can see how exactly it works.
Several
out,
of the eyes sort of focus in on one spot, and the same sort of projection, like lamp sort of thing, appears, except for a hologram of Swift appears on the ground, standing as tall as he ever was.
Swift.
Do you recognize this being?
Yes, and I hate him so much.
Yeah, he's been after us for a while now.
So we're in
a few
agreement.
Days, but like, boy, do I hate that man.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Do you know what he is trying to do to this great nation of Grendel?
Something art and stuff. I don't know. I just want to kill him because he killed my friend.
Art, but kind of in a negative way because he killed a bunch of people?
Yeah. It's
we've all killed a bunch of people. That's neither here nor there. That's just part of business. But I can write it off. You see, what Swift is trying to do is to take down all economic structures and leave the governance of Grendel up to artists. Can you believe that? An entire system governed by artists? No. He who has the power has the money, has everything.
Dorvis still holding the talking stick. Is that a bad thing?
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a. I'm not saying it's a good. I'm gonna just not. Hey, let's go to the talking stick. I'm just. Never mind.
I'm gonna go to the talking stick and grab it. So why is it a bad thing that artists want control? I mean, you want control, and I'm sure they don't want that. So maybe they think you're the bad guy. Like it's all perspective, you know.
How naive you are, Mr. Tang. Look, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Commerce has ruled the world for centuries, eons, millennia.
Right?
Why should that change now? We know how to do it. The artists would go and muck things up. They murder willy-nilly in order to make points. Tell me,
murder also.
Mr.
You just
Swift.
admitted you murder. I had the talking stick. You admitted you murdered. Hold on. So if they can murder and it's wrong, why is it right for you to murder? Suddenly
Because that's the way it's always been done, Walter Tang. And because I always send a man with a handwritten note card from me to the families. You tell me, the families of the beehive victims, did they get anything other than a pile of ashes back for their loved ones?
Right, but that doesn't mean you can't justify killing by giving a note card to people that love them. Like, look, I lost my friend. That I still want to kill the man, even if he gave me a note card.
So Dorvis goes to the talking stick, grabs this like. Well, I mean, I'd have to see the note card to really know for sure if that's something.
Okay, enough of the talking stick, and the talking stick disappears. Listen to me. You shall be partners with me because you have no choice. That is what I am saying right now. You don't have a choice in the matter. Look at me. I could kill all of you in an instant if I wanted to. In fact, I just might. And then two of the eyes are just going to target two random drow and just obliterate them on the spot.
Wait!
Oh no, first little Paul, and now these guys.
He was a bit brash.
Okay, no. What?
I mean, I believed you. I believed you could kill me. Like that's for sure. Like
Yeah, you are pretty terrifying. You didn't
Yeah.
have to have a demonstration.
I don't even know what you are still. Like, I have no idea what you are.
Oh, Mr. Tang, not with this again. It doesn't matter what I am, it matters who I am. You should learn that by now.
Wait, what do you mean? You
Look,
should have learned that
I have
by
other
now.
meetings to attend to. The stockholders need to have a word with me. Mitha, would you please get their signatures in order in this ironclad contract, ensuring that their loyalty lies with me? If you'd be so kind, I must be off.
Yes, sir. I'll get it ironed out for you.
And then the sort of inky blackness is going to reappear, and then he's going to settle down into the ground, and he's gone.
Are we allowed to talk now, or do we
Yeah.
still need to stick? I'm a bit.
Yes, you can talk to me. I'm not gonna zap you.
Oh,
You'll be fine. You just gotta do what he says. He's gonna be our elected king.
Now you see, I don't really want him to be my king. I also don't want to sign that contract. You know,
You're gonna elect him whether you like it or not.
Now see, that's not how election work. And the last time, I don't know, Grendel's had a lot. I don't want to vote that man. You know, that's not really how I see
Yeah,
things.
I feel like we're going from one very terrifying situation to another very terrifying situation.
Yes,
I don't
one
like
where,
that.
yeah,
But who
yeah.
scares you more?
Honestly,
That's-
they scare me a lot equally. They could both kind of kill me instantly.
Yeah, I've got it kind of three ways now, so I'm kind of terrified in all directions.
That's true. We're scared
Let's
of.
not forget, fellas. The last time we signed a contract didn't end out too well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I want to try to get a lawyer to look at this first. Like that's.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Wait, don't we get a lawyer at least to like look over the contract or something? I mean,
No, you just sign it and you do what he says. You can talk to one of our lawyers after you sign the contract, and he'll surely assure you that it's just fine.
Brooke
Nice.
pulls out his notebook that says Pendleton Esquire on it. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take a look at the verbiage we got going on over here.
Oh, you're a fancy man of learning, I see.
I'm educated in ways, sure.
Esquire.
I forgot
Alright.
Brooke's specialties in words.
Yeah, no, Brooke's done a lot of work. I forgot about that. We had that conversation before.
But you know, being basically the second hand to our dear friend Balazar, I'm qualified as a lawyer. You don't need to look over. I'll just tell you that on sections 3.B, 0.A, it says that if you don't do what he says, you will die. And if you do what he says, you might live.
Oh,
No,
I don't
wait.
like that might.
Wait, that's under duress. That's like a whole thing. I can't sign a contract under duress like that because then it's not legally
You've done
me
it
consenting
before.
to sign a
Just do
contract.
it again.
No,
I
no,
was-
so hold on.
I was
did
coerced.
consent. He was coerced. I consented because I was just bored. I'm not bored right now, and I'm on a mission right now to bring my friend back to life. Now, I don't for 1 second believe that me signing a contract will be valid because I'm under such duress right
So
now.
at
that
this
I shouldn't
point,
hold it.
Johan is going to like push his way through like sort of the crowd and in front of Dorvis and Walter to sort of like approach Mitha, and he's going to say, I don't understand. What does this mean for my people?
It sounds like you should jump on the bandwagon. I got enough contracts for all of you out here.
Can you ensure their freedom?
I can ensure that you'll be okay if you do what we say.
And
Freedom's a
we're-
loose term.
That doesn't sound like freedom.
You
No.
say that, but it
No,
says
no, no.
might
Can you
Don't make me look like a
ensure?
talking
in,
stick.
in 2.3b.
Can you ensure that my people can escape this hell that we've been living in for the last 3 years?
Well, if we can undo Swift, we can surely do our best to undo the whole subjugation of your people. And do remember that we have a hold of your daughter right now, and she is currently safe and in a nice little place. She has a cozy bed.
Wait, what? What?
She got a bed?
Give me the
I had, like-
contract.
An awful beanbag.
Here you go.
Wait,
Vincent.
wait. That doesn't sound good.
Uh,
Because
We could save Stella another way. You don't have to do
and
this.
he goes to sign, and at this point in time, like Ken, who's been like shell shocked basically at this point, and like a little bit embarrassed that like you noticed that like he was like visibly shaken by the coming of this beholder, is going to like very quickly grab onto Johan's arm to like stop him from signing it, and Johan's just going to turn towards Ken and say, Youngkin, you still know not what you are doing in this world, nor the way that it works, or how cruel it can be. But let me teach you. And he's going to like crack a vial in his hand and just blow Kin backwards, and Kin's going to fly over the edge of the gorge. And for just a moment, it seems like time just stops as you all watch Kin sort of slowly reach out his hand towards each of you, like wanting somebody to grab onto, but nobody is close enough to grab him, and he falls into the gorge.
Kin!
Oh God.
And then Johan turns around and signs the contract. And he says, "I sign on behalf of all of the Drow people. We are your business partners."
That is much less paperwork than one of y'all signs. Thank you so much.
Mean, that is very conscientious of you for our planet, but also, no.
Can we just get a moment? Group huddle, guys. Group huddle.
Yeah, group huddle. Brooke, get over here.
Brooke, get over here.
Brooke. What other lawyery things did you see in that? Like I imagine none of it's good stuff. Is there like I don't want to sign it at all. Like under any circumstance. Like
guys, Kin just fell.
That's also very true. I had oh no. Oh God. Oh,
now we've got two situations on our hand, and I think we're a little bit stuck.
Yeah.
Law-wise, it's looking like we're a little stuck. Now I can try to weasel my way in.
Well, Brooke.
No, I don't want to sign that. I don't want to sign that. I'm not going to sign that.
Brooke, do you see maybe a loophole or something or anything
That's what I'm saying. Is we change around a little bit of the verbiage, maybe. We give her a counter offer. Something modest.
This has to all be litigated too. This will take forever. It's gonna take the entire court procedural episode of the final rule. Like imagine. Imagine.
Oh God, are you really gonna make me do that?
Can we get a?
Oh God, no, please.
Oh, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but here's a grievance card for the loss of your friend. Notice the gold embossed filigree.
Oh, it's so beautiful. But
for the loss of your friend, the one that fell down the cliff, Ken.
That was so fast. How'd you know his full name? We don't know his full name. What the hell?
It's like, I know calligraphy.
I mean, that doesn't make it any better.
All right, but y'all get back to agreeing to what we say.
I'd rather him not die. No, get back. And I guess she walks away. Now I'm...
Guys, I don't think we can really alter the verbiage. I think they'd just kill us.
Well, I don't want to sign it. I don't want to sign it.
I don't want to sign it. Well, then what do we do?
I'm not going to sign it. I'm not going to sign it.
So many contracts. I don't want to sign another one. Brooke, what are you doing?
I'm doing a little bit of writing here. Look,
Brooke,
I wrote up. I'm rewriting this contract we got going on. I don't think that. Look, I'm not going to say we're in the best of situations, but I think that if we do reword some of this so that way our safety is a little more guaranteed, maybe we'll be a little better off.
But Brooke, she's gonna notice you altered the contract.
That's what I'm saying. And I turned to Mitha. I turned to Mitha and I go, we're willing to sign the contract within a couple of rewrites. Some of the things I'm seeing on here is a little, a little dangerous.
Well, I think it's like as a representative of Balazar also thinks that this is the perfect contract to assure that we meet the ends that we need and that he becomes the elected king, that he rules over all and Swift goes down. So what are your issues then?
Dying, mostly. That's a big one.
Well, I don't like dying.
Well, it sounds like if you succeed at your job, then you won't die.
Okay, so that right there, you're telling me if we fulfill the contract and we fulfill what Balazar requires of us, that we are guaranteed safety from Balazar.
To a degree, yeah.
To a degree, in what way? Because in the
Well,
contract it says
just simply obey him.
So we're saying obey Balazar, and we will live for certain.
I don't want to go read the contract. You'll find your answer there.
I read the contract.
Okay, so the contract states the final article states in layman's terms that once Balazar has been elected High King of Grendel, he will institute a he will institute a series and a system of laws that shall ensure the prosperity of all and the safety of all who follow him.
See, he's a good guy. It's written right there.
But this right here, this part is what scares me, is the fact that we are
The whole
3 or
might
4.
guy. I get it.
It's the fact that we can't control an election. Yeah, you have to be elected. It's not a tyranny, right? So like maybe he doesn't get elected.
It sounds a lot more like I don't know, an assignment. I don't know. Like we're all just it's a coup. It's a coup is what it is. Like again,
there's multiple ways to win an election. You have a lot of money. We got that. And you can always help us get more. That's always a bonus for you. And then you could also kill the opponent, or at least those who oppose you.
So can we get a contract just saying we need to kill this opponent for us to?
Yeah, wait. What if we just get a contract for like interns? We don't need to be like completely indentured forever.
Like when does this contract expire, if at all? Is it up for renewal, or is there like what?
It expires in about 100 years.
Oh.
Okay, well, I mean, that's actually not that bad. I mean, I'd rather. I mean, I don't. I think I live longer than that anyway. Like honestly, I gotta.
Do we all live?
Maybe.
Maybe I do. I gotta check that out again. But also, I don't know. I'm not really interested in signing. Like what'll happen right now if I don't sign? Like what?
Well, you see that handy dandy canyon over there? You can go right over the edge.
Right. Okay. Who's gonna push me over to the edge?
Walter.
Yeah. What? What do you want, Dorvis?
You're not serious.
I don't want to sign that contract. Yeah, I want Swift dead, but also I want Swift dead on my own terms, not in the terms of being enslaved and being controlled by somebody who's gonna just throw me off and I'm not useful anymore.
Why not 2 birds, 1 stone? You know what? If y'all are gonna try to talk to me, take the stick and hold it.
Great. I don't want to sign that contract. I throw it back.
So you go to throw it back, and it like you're holding it like right here, and then it just sticks where it is. Like you can't move it. It is stuck in place exactly where it is that you're holding it. In fact, you like going to push it pushes you backwards, and you stumble towards the canyon.
I'm gonna let go of it. I'm gonna let go of it. Oh, I'm not gonna sign it. I let go of it.
It stays exactly where it is.
Okay, I'm gonna step back from it. I'm gonna step away from it.
Don't step too far back, my friend.
I'm gonna step in front of it and walk back toward safety.
So I have a question real quick. So
Yes.
the only one, this is out of character. So the only one watching us in Balthazar in Balazar's like dominion is just her, right? No one else. I mean, not to say that she's not deadly.
Well,
but she's
technically,
the only
Johan
one.
did sign the contract, so I mean,
the entirety of the drow are like surrounding you as well.
Oh,
Fuck! I was like,
except for the ones that got blasted. Yeah.
I forgot that they were here. All right.
Our
well,
friends here could always hold you until you change your mind.
And then Johan's gonna look over and say, "If that is what is necessary for my people, look, I'm not going to say you will sign, but whatever she says, we will do."
So yeah, you don't have to worry about just me.
Well, fellas, y'all know I'm morally gray, so whatever y'all do, I'm more or less down.
Okay. I have 2 options here. One
Live
of
or
which
die.
Yeah.
Or at least be in prison. That's kind of a third choice. A purgatory of sorts.
All right. So the people around me, how is it? Just we're encircled essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's no way I could do this properly. All right. Walter, what do you think?
I don't want to sign it. I'm not going to sign that.
Okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm gonna throw hypnotic pattern in a 30-foot cube to get as many people in front of me, especially her,
Okay.
and see if we can make a getaway.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yes, I think so,
Everyone make a wisdom save real quick.
including me. I believe.
I'm good at those.
Well, my wisdom is
Fuck.
10, so...
Do I need to make a wisdom save? Or-
No, you're the one casting the spell.
Got it. Double checking.
Whoops. That's a 10.
10 is good. You're good. You're good on 10.
Cool.
I got a 20.
So we'll talk about what happens to Mitha in a second. Even with you got a nat 20 or is it a non-nat 20?
Not net.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, and that's for the group. All
My
right,
heart
and
skipped a
we need
beat.
Johan as well. Okay, so I will say that the drow that are caught, like all of them immediately get caught by the spell. Like they're all charmed, basically. So that you have about we'll say in about a 30-foot cube, you probably managed to get 20 drow, and including
Okay.
Johan.
Now, I want to look at both of my friends and go, guys, we gotta run. Just
Yeah,
So,
no,
Mitha.
we gotta run.
You aren't charmed, but the pattern that like flashes in front of you does something to short circuit the Rosemary Corporation's influence over Mitha in general. The sort of I don't want to call it brainwashing per se, but the corporate lifestyle at the Rosemary Corporation has a very enthralling effect on a lot of people. And like even though you aren't charmed by Dorvis, the pattern snaps you out of the sort of need to serve the Rosemary Corporation.
Nice.
Yeah. So Dorvis, Walter, Brooke, how are you guys escaping?
all right.
So we're surrounded on all sides except for the people by like I'm trying to think because so if like how I imagined us being surrounded, here's us, right? And right behind us is the cliff, and I guess the other people are just all the drow are around us. Granted,
Right.
there are distractors. I guess we could run through them, but
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Question is there like any other like crevice area that we haven't gone through that like maybe we
Yes.
can make our...
So if you remember, at the end of the bridge, I believe I said that there were two paths to go down, and before I think you guys went down the left path. There is still the right path away from it, and if I didn't establish that, it is now retconned. There are two caves that lead away from the bridge.
let's go down the right path.
Let's go the right path. Let's go,
All right.
that way.
So do I know that? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I was gonna say I wouldn't know that her self has been retcon had short circuited. So I'm gonna cast spike growth around her, which means it'd be hard for her to like actually move through there. It's a difficult terrain thing just because.
Yeah, so half movement.
Yeah, 20 foot radius. Send it on the point within range. Send it on her. The range is 150 feet. So yeah, takes 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet it travels.
Jesus.
So yeah. But the ground is camouflaged to look natural. So I mean, she wouldn't know. Has to make a wisdom saving throw perception check against my spell DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it. So I'm gonna cast that.
Yeah, she did see the area the time the spell is cast though, so she doesn't have to make that wisdom throw.
Okay.
Does,
Well,
where we are right now, is there any kind of vegetation on the ground, or are we like in some kind of?
So there's like moss and stuff like that around.
Oh, okay, cool. Are we running?
Are you guys running?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
we're moving.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
booking it.
this whenever we start booking it past everyone, I'm gonna cast plant growth behind us. So all normal plants, moss in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown, and a creature moving through that area. I'm kind of going off of what Walter did.
Yeah.
Must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Okay. Gotcha. So now it's like double difficult terrain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Also, heads up, guys. I have pass without trace. If we like get in some spicy situation, I can pass that, so we have like +10 to all
Alright.
stealth checks.
So
Do you have that? I'm gonna take that off of my. I'm gonna not prepare that for today. then.
We've never really had to be chased by a guest. This will be interesting.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Y'all are so
Mitha,
scared of me.
you they like book it off, and then like you notice that like there are basically like a rose bush has like grown across the ground, except for the thorns are about 3 inches tall, and like navigating through that is going to be pretty much impossible. But you see them run off, and you know the direction that they're going.
I also want to say you're the third guest who has been our enemy so far. So like this is something that we're used to.
We're not taking any chances.
Yeah. This is,
Trust no one.
Trust no one.
Hmm.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, so you guys are booking it off to the sort of distance. And as you guys are sort of running, you manage to move pretty quickly because you're a much smaller group than the drow. But it is a matter of time before the hypnotic spell does wear off for the ones that are charmed, and for the ones that aren't, they're probably already on your tail. It is going to take them a while to get to you, but while you're running, how are you guys handling this situation? Like you're running the exact opposite direction that Ken brought you into this place.
Yeah, this is bad. Well, guys, what do we do? We've lost every. We're getting chased everywhere. We have nowhere to hide.
I mean, we can.
I mean, we run away from these people, we'll get chased by another group of people. I'm tired of this. I said
There's a place we can keep going if we want to keep going. We can go back to Tilvistown, where I'm from. I have family there. Granted, they're kind of racist dicks, but like, you know, we live kind of off the grid, to be honest. Like we haven't paid our taxes in years. Like, no one knows where we are. We've been evading taxes since I was a child. I've never paid taxes. Like, that's how hidden we are.
Wait,
The government can't find us.
Well, how
Granted,
do we
we're not a
get
very
there
strong government, but like we could. Sorry, I keep talking.
No, Walter, you're fine. Just how do we get there from here?
Well, we have to exit the cave first.
So that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it really is. So
And we're lost. I don't even know where we are. Brooke, do you know where we are? Brooke?
I don't think he knows where you are.
Yeah, Brooke.
I don't know.
Suffice to say, Brooke does not know where you are.
Y'all, I look. 9 out of 10 times, wherever the wind blows, I follow it. I end up being where I need to be. So,
Well, Brooke, we need that now. That's for sure.
I lick my finger and check which way the wind's blowing.
We're in a
Boys.
cave. It's gonna blow out. That's not. Or maybe in. I don't know where wind blows in caves, but like.
Please, Brooke, use your hidden knowledge.
Brooke's
One
hidden.
day.
Yeah.
What hidden knowledge do I have?
Brooke, use your genjutsu.
So you. So like while you guys are like sort of like trying to figure something out, and like Brooke's like shaking a little bit, right? Like you guys are all you sort of notice that like running alongside the rest of the party is a fourth person.
Hey guys,
Hey, wait. Who's there with us?
Ken's not with us anymore, is
Wait,
he?
if you're right here and I'm right there.
That must mean look at person.
Yeah, it's Mitha's running alongside you guys.
Okay, I don't like this.
Hey, you guys. Wait. Hear me out. We can keep running because we gotta go.
What?
We gotta go.
Oh, wait. Why are you? What does this
So-
mean?
So the weird little spell that the wizard boy did. Something went off in my head, and I can't do this anymore. There was something going on in there, and it ain't right. And I don't know what I'm doing right now, but all I know is that they're probably gonna kill me too now that I'm running.
Well, okay, we'll do our best to keep us all safe. I'm saying if there's another way out of this cave, we take it. We'll go back to Tilvistown. Granted, they'll take us a little bit to get back to Tilvistown, but like I have family. We're all off the grid. It gives us time to regroup.
Yeah.
If we can, get there. That's the thing.
Sure.
I could leave a trail of unsigned contracts.
No, don't leave anything.
Don't leave
No,
anything.
we don't want to
please.
find
Well,
them.
I mean, like it can go down like a wrong path, you know. Granted, I don't even.
Can you enchant a trail of contracts that are unsigned to go down the wrong path?
Do you have the contracts in your hand right now?
Yeah, I'm holding on to them.
I want to take them from her real quick, and then I want to cast bonfire and throw them in bonfire as we're running.
Yeah, you got it. The contracts all like burst into flames, and so like all the contracts you had, Mitha, are like just gone now.
Ooh, I like fire.
They don't bind us anymore. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
There's
All right.
always backup copies, but we'll figure that out later.
Ah, no, they always have a backup. You're right.
So you guys continue to run. Eventually, the sort of sound of the people chasing you sort of veers off as you sort of like just make random decisions as far as where you're turning down, and eventually they fade out altogether to where it's just you guys sort of running in relative quiet, other than the sound of your own conversations and your own footsteps.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about all that.
Now hold on.
He-
Now hold on. We can't just trust you willy nilly. I'm
Which is
tired of
fair,
trusting
which is
everyone.
fair.
I can't.
It's fair, especially the position I was just in. But Balazar, he's a very, very powerful fellow, and like, I think that's part of why I got the job. Is like he saw my skills with talking, and so like back home they always called me Mouth, and so so he kept me on, you know. And
I can see you were very
things got
pleasant.
weird.
Like I almost signed just because you were so nice to me. Like it's.
I know the whole like or die thing, but that's just kind of part of what they tell me to say or told me to say. Now I'm just doing my best, and I don't really know what's going on now.
All right,
Well-
you have to prove it. All right, you can't.
I don't have a contract to prove it with.
Guys,
You-
give me some
Oh
help.
gosh,
Yes,
it's like get me away from contracts, please.
say that.
How do people prove things without a contract? I've been working for Balazar for like 25 years, so I don't even know anymore how to.
I'm gonna go up to her. I'm gonna say it's trust. If I guess Balazar doesn't show up anytime sooner, like I mean, granted, we trust the last person we trusted brought us on our adventure. They turned on us and tried to and turned us in. So I don't know if we can if we can trust you. I don't know.
Glenn, can I
does
do
sound
an
like rotten
insight
luck.
check on?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check real quick, Brendan.
That's a 17 plus 3.
So not nat 20.
Not a dirty 20.
Okay, a dirty 20.
Dirty.
It seems like Mitha's being very honest with you here.
Y'all, I know we couldn't trust too much with that last lady we were working with, but this one seems on the level.
The last two people we worked with betrayed us. Like
you weren't even there last time.
We're on a
No,
losing streak. Yeah, wait, you weren't.
We got. There was a second person that.
Yeah, wait. There was the lady who was a cop that betrayed us, and there was that dude who was actually two people. And so I guess
no
three
one was
people
that dwarf.
betrayed
I
us.
don't even
Wait,
understand.
it sounds like two of them were like you know, public enforcement figures.
Well,
like
one
maybe-
of them
Well, yeah,
was an investigator that works for Rosemary
which is
Corporation.
technically an enforcer of sorts.
I guess, yeah, not like a legally.
So maybe don't trust the police. I don't know. I'm not a cop. I was just a spokesperson.
You know what? She's got
That's a good point. She has a good point. Yeah, spokespeople are a bit. More, I mean, they're really good.
I
with
don't really
words,
have
but, like,
power or authority. I was just a speaker.
Honestly, you sounded like you had a lot of authority. You could have fooled me.
Yeah, no, you do the thing and almost pushed me off the talking stick. That was.
Yeah, that does
Was
look
it
pretty
very-
bad in hindsight.
It was pretty cool, but like I don't want to die. Like
Where
that.
is the talking stick anyway? Did you just leave that?
I just left it there.
It's
It
immovable.
was. Yeah, no, it's one of those immovable. I don't know, a immovable
it
dowel.
might still
That's what
be
it's
there.
called. Yeah.
It might be best that it's not with us because
It's immovable
Balazar has a
dowel.
magical connection to that thing, and that might be best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it stays right there. Yeah.
Okay,
no.
okay, guys, we're getting off track. Wait, okay. So, all right, we trust you. Fine. Just we have to get out of here. Brooke, Brooke, are you okay?
I'm looking at my law journal, still trying to figure out what kind of mess we got into, y'all.
Wait, do you still have one of those contracts with you? Those might have some kind of magical tracking on them as well.
Oh, we gotta burn that too.
Why are you still carrying one?
Bonfire again.
Wait, I can cast produce flame.
What I
now.
have.
Produce
Yeah,
flame.
one.
It's a
Yeah,
cantrip.
as you like shove it into your mouth to sort of like get rid of the evidence.
And
So
anything with his golden filigree likely has tracking. That's how he always knows how to find me. Probably.
So yeah, the golden filigree does have some sort of like magical like connection to it. So you guys are in like the middle of this like kind of big chamber right now having this conversation. And Walter, you keep feeling something sort of like just like you feel like something's like sort of like brushing by your neck every now and again. Yeah, just like it's like in the middle of the conversation, you just like find yourself sort of swatting at your neck. And like every now and then it happens again too. Like just
Walter, are those mosquitoes biting you?
I don't know. I'm gonna produce flame and see if I can help me see what's going on around me.
So yeah, you produce flame, and like the next time that it happens, you sort of like swipe at your neck, and then like you look at your hand, and boy, there are spiders on you, buddy. Boy, there are a lot of spiders on you right now, buddy.
Walter, what's wrong?
There are a lot of spiders, guys. There.
Spiders?
Yeah,
Where?
yep, spiders everywhere.
Do we see the spiders?
Do you look for the spiders?
I look for them
I
now.
look for the spiders.
Yeah. How about you? Where are you guys looking for the spiders?
Well,
Neck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
on
look
his
on the
neck,
ceiling.
and then above.
All right. So you look at Walter's neck, and you see that there are like multiple spiders sort of dangling down towards just the general party as a whole. And whenever you look up, you see that there is a massive spider's nest above you. And I mean, absolutely huge. The biggest you've ever seen.
Oh.
Okay, so I think they've already detected us then.
Oh, yes.
Guys, we could still.
Boy.
All right, well, I have an idea. We run or we kill it.
Y'all, if we run, I can get us a little bit further.
Yeah,
that
but, like,
sounds great.
We can do our. Are they making any effort to like come after us right now? This is out of character.
Yeah, no, the spiders are descending. Right now,
Okay,
right now
well-
it's just small ones, though.
Oh, well, if it's just a bunch of little spiders, it's no big deal.
No, small
When
is
there's baby
relative. Hold
spiders means
on.
there's mommy spiders.
Yeah, small is relative. Small could also be like this is still small compared to like.
No, we're talking like orb, like a large orb weaver, but like a little orb weaver spiders.
Look, guys, you know these spiders could be like going to college or something. I mean, we
No.
don't know them around.
No, I don't want to kill them unless so we have to. Of course, I'm with you on that, but also let's keep going. See if there's any way we can get away from them. Let's move. Let's move.
Yeah,
let's
that's
move.
fair. Let's go.
Can
Let's
you
go.
throw that flame you produced? You chuck it maybe like a baseball.
I
can
mean,
firebolt.
Yeah, I can.
Can you do firebolt?
I mean,
Kinda like-
it kind of sheds light. It doesn't really. I mean, I can.
If you
I
chuck it
I
at the
can't-
web, I can make it a little bigger whenever the web
So-
burns up everything a little bit.
So I can throw it 30 feet. Like give or take. I could throw it 30 feet maximum. So like, and I think it's a bit. The ceiling's kind of higher than that. If you can make it bigger and boost it somehow.
I can throw mine about 120 feet.
Can we try that?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
All right.
Go for it.
I'm going to cast firebolt.
All right,
Yeah.
excellent. So, what did we decide for the hemomancer?
Right.
The way that
So
you
this
cast
is
spells.
This
Yeah.
is a cantrip.
Right.
So
So, roll. I think before I had you roll.
it had to be over 10 or something. Or
Yeah,
it was-
it's 10 for a cantrip. I've decided that the way that it's going to work is you're going to roll hit die instead of like any other die. It's going to be your hit die in order to cast.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you're going to take damage per spell level equal to so 10 for a cantrip, 20 for a first level, 30 for a second level, minus the number you roll on your hit die for your level. That makes
Okay,
sense?
I probably should have been rolling that then for those other spells, but oh well.
Oh, for the yeah, I forgot, so that's on me.
Okay, so all right, for this one, this is a cantrip. So what do I need to do? I have
So roll your hit die once.
So all right.
Oh, sorry, no,
roll-
that's a lie. How many? You're at level 5.
I I am at level 5.
You have 5 hit die then.
Okay, yeah.
Roll your 5 hit die.
Oh, dang. Okay, I just gotta roll this d6 5 times. Give me a
Yeah.
second. 2, 3, all right. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 4, 6.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
I'm still gonna work on that because it's still not satisfying to me. We'll figure out the correct way to do the hemomention stuff in a second.
Yeah.
So but for now, the circus ignite. You like produce the flame and like just like harness it in your hand, and then you like sort of. It's less of that you're throwing something material into the air, and more that you're sending out a shockwave that vibrates the air particles so much in a concentrated area along the shockwave that it ignites as it goes up. So the sort of vibrations hit the sort of top part of the nest, and then fire begins to spread along the webs. And immediately,
as that happens, I'll use the control flames to double the size of.
oh, absolutely. So yeah, the fire's raging, and a bunch of spiders are falling from the ceilings now.
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
And
I thought it was somehow kind of a bad idea. Let's run.
Wait, Walter, what are you saying?
I was muted. I'm a cat. You got me. Oh, I just pray. I'm gonna cast
Walter, words.
thunderclap.
Use
to
your
get
big boy
all of
word.
them.
okay, so hold on. So things are happening in sequence right now. So cast firebolt. Fire started spreading. Brooke made the fire bigger. The entrance into the cave and the entrance out of this cave that you guys saw. Have you ever seen a funnel web spider like hide its like little layer underneath like a little pebble, like the way that it works? It basically gathers a bunch of like dirt together in like a webby glob, and then like uses it as like a door, but it's on like a little spring.
Ooh.
So it just pulls on a web, and the whole entire thing just covers up the hole that it's hiding in. It's like that, except for it covers the doorways, as they just sort of spring in here. So now you're trapped with a bunch of burning spiders in a room.
I'm gonna cast thunderclap.
And I'm gonna follow that up with Leoman's tiny hut.
Yes, the tiny hut.
Fantastic.
All right, so you cast your thunderclap.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
They all gotta pass a constitution. Everyone's pass a constitution saving throw or take 1d6.
Are you doing it up? It's because it's everyone.
Yeah, they're all above me. So yeah. It's
Yeah,
up.
you're
So
doing it up. So they don't have to cast a Constitution save. It's only in the line that you cast it in. Or is it an AOE? Because there's also Thunder Wave, and those are different ones. Whoops.
Thunderclap. I don't see the like the area of effect. It does say 2d6 damage.
The range area is 5 feet. So it can be heard up to 100 feet away within the range. Oh yeah. So it's 5 feet.
I can roll 2d6. Okay.
Well, hold on. The range is 5 feet.
Is it?
Yes. The Thunder Wave is the big one.
Oh, the thunder. Okay, the thunder sound can be heard over 100 feet away, each within range. Okay, so
Yeah.
Well, then I guess it's not really. Well, I'll do it anyway. Then how about that? I'll do.
You will literally just be hitting your teammates and some small spiders that are above you.
Then I won't do it. Never mind.
However, the Leoman's tiny hut, on the other hand,
It's useful. Yeah, unlike my thunder wave. All right.
Yep. So, spiders are like raining down, like they're falling off this tiny like dome, that are just in like you guys are basically in like this 10-foot radius like dome where spiders are falling off the edge, burning and popping on the outside.
Oh,
Less of this.
like smells like popcorn.
It does smell a little bit like popcorn.
Ooh.
You know what's funny, y'all? Because I was a spider hanging out on the Dolphins a couple days ago.
That is true. And it's also quite funny. You know what else is funny? Mitha, it occurs to you that like something had to pull those giant stones over the door.
Okay, so considering that this seems like a trap, I believe it's a trap. I think they know I think Balazar knows we're here.
So it's a Balazar trap, not a wild spider trap.
Well, wild spiders, yes, because we see them. That's a definite. But either Balazar knows where we are after all, or those drow folk caught up to us or figured out where we were.
I really hope it's the second one.
Well,
Oh, but
considering
with the
they know these
spiders.
tunnels, I would assume they know these tunnels. They live here. So it could be them over Balazar.
I hope it's
Honestly,
just
I'm
the
hoping it's not option
'cause-
C, a
'cause-
giant spider.
No, we can fight a giant
And-
spider. We can't fight an army.
As Dorvis says that, like as he goes, like, man, I really hope that it's not a giant spider. 3 large spiders begin to crawl down the sides of the cave. The ones being that they pulled 2 of them that pulled the rocks over are colored with white and like a blue shimmering sort of like coloration on them, and the third being just like a huge, like almost fleshy spider.
Why did it have to be 3?
The huge fleshy one is descending straight on top of the dome. The 2 blue and white ones are descending along the sides of the wall, and the spider is just going to land on top of the dome, and it is just attempting to bite through the bubble.
We're all in the dome, right?
Indestructible is this dome?
Hmm?
How much is it? I'm gonna ask Mitha. How much can this dome handle before it bursts?
Oh, nothing can happen to it. We're safe here for about 8 hours.
I don't want to be in here
Well,
for 8 hours.
I mean, it's kind of terrifying. Hopefully they get bored. I guess. Like if
No, they look really, really hungry. Now, y'all can go in and out and freely and fight it,
Well,
but I
we have
can't leave
time-
it. If I leave it, this will end. But,
so we have time to
but y'all can
regroup
go in and out.
We can form a plan. This is
Yes.
good. Leave us tiny hut.
have time
gives
to
us
think.
a chance to form a plan.
Yes.
I get Brooke. Brooke, okay, you guys are both druids. I mean, do you have any idea how to deal with spiders?
Talk to
I
your
got
spider.
a pretty good idea. You're right. I got a pretty good idea. And you said we can leave. We can leave the hut at any time.
Yeah, you can walk in and out freely.
I'll be right back. I
no.
I skip into a brown bear and jump out of the.
All right. So yeah.
I
So
thought he's gonna be a spider and chat with them.
Oh god.
yeah. So Brooke just like,
You did
I'll
the
be right
brute
back, and
force
just
method.
bears out of the force field, and he. What's the game plan here, Brooke? What you want to do?
I want to coin this the Brooke force method.
This is
He's going out with his bare hands.
yeah.
Incredible.
Well, here's the thing: is Brooke knows plenty about animals, but not so much about how to communicate with animals that are animals. More or less, like now maybe if Walter turned into a bear, I might be able to get a thing or two to him, but
Walter
I
knows
don't know
what-
what
Walter knows what
spiders
cast-
say.
Walter can
and I-
pass people to animals. Like he knows
Yeah.
that spell. I can cast.
I don't know that spell,
Walter.
so I may just attack them. That seems like the most
May.
All right.
straightforward way to go.
So Brooke, I will say that you have entered combat, so go ahead and roll initiative.
Let's do it. Am I doing that with the bear stats? Because I'm
Yes,
a bear
with the
now?
bear stats.
Cool, because bears are more dexterous than I am. Not by much.
He didn't even
That's it.
pause before he went out there.
Oh man,
16.
Ellen, you're really going for it.
That's just who I am. That's why they call me Mouth.
Incredible.
Pause. I get it. Pause. Okay. Second.
Brooke does a bear laugh. I don't know what that sounds like.
All right. So you said you got a
16.
16. Let me roll one more thing. Okay, and all right. So you go out there as a bear, and instantly, all 3 spiders pretty much jump from where they are onto you as a bear, almost simultaneously. Starting with just the fleshy sort of coloration of what we will call from this point forward a giant spider, who is going to make a bite attack against you.
Brooke.
It's going to have a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Just
barely.
It's going to do 7 damage to you, piercing.
Okay.
And then give me a Constitution saving throw as a bear.
As a bear, here we go. I'm good at Constitution, so. Oh, that was bad. The 3. Yeah, it's gonna be a 6.
Take 9 more poison damage.
All right.
Oof.
Nah,
back in the
looking too
hut.
good, y'all.
So now
The
the
hut.
second, the blue and white coloration, one of the blue and white coloration spiders is also going to attempt to bite you.
Brooke.
Get back in the hut.
Just
I just
Bear-
want to yell, Brooke,
Uh,
get back in the
thumbs
hut.
up.
That's a 13 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
All right, it does 7 damage to you, piercing. Let me know whenever the wild shape hit points run out. By the way.
I will. I'm still good.
Okay.
Still good.
Give me another Constitution saving throw, Mr. Bear.
Okay, that's a 13.
All right, you take 9 poison damage.
I think we're gonna have to bury him.
Oh God.
So you say that one, and the third, like the third spider, the other blue and white coloration one, is going to just like turn around and just like go to leap at the force field. But here's the
Good luck.
weird thing. Well, here's the weird thing that happens is
don't
as
like
the
fun.
spider leaps through, it briefly shimmers and then appears as though it is just a ghost, an
Oh, shit.
ethereal spider, if you will, and passes through the force field.
Ah!
Well, hold on. If it's a ghost, it probably can't find us. We're okay.
And then it is now in the field. You are correct, however. Right now, it cannot fight you, but it is in the tiny hut with you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Good Animals.
All right. So, how about we have, since it entered, combat is now in the dome as well. Let's have initiative rolls from you three.
I'm sorry.
From us.
Initiative rolls, if you would.
Shit.
I still think it was an excellent idea. By the way, I couldn't see it going much better than this.
I got
I
rolled
13.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 10.
All right. So 13, 10, and 2.
I'm number 1. Or number 13. But
All right. So, Brooke, is your turn first.
I'm going to. There's a bigger one, right?
They're both around. I'll say one is slightly bigger. The fleshy colored one is slightly larger.
I'm gonna use my multi attack on the fleshy colored one.
Okay.
So it's 2 claws and two. One with a bite and one with a claw.
Okay.
So that's 15 plus 6, 21.
Oh, you hit with that one?
8 damage on the bite, and then for the claw, ooh, that's a 9.
All right. So whenever you basically bite down on one of the legs, like it sort of like positioned itself around you in order to bite down on you. You bite one of the legs and just like your teeth crack through the chitin, like that is sort of makes up the exoskeleton, and just like spider goo like bursts into your mouth as you like sort of claw upward like towards its maw, and you manage to like rip off one of its fangs with your claw. And it sort of like falls over off of you and like starts to skitter away.
Nice. I have goosebumps now. Nice.
And we are now at. Is that all you're gonna do, Brooke?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to do.
We're not Mitha.
all right. I'm gonna do vicious mockery.
Okay.
You're hairier than my father. All right.
Wow.
25.
What are you casting that on?
Oh, the one inside. I can't cast outside of the.
Okay. I need to check something real quick on vicious mockery. Is it just that?
He doesn't need to know my language.
Yeah. No, what I'm trying to see is that you can see within range. Okay. If the target can
Mockery
hear
is
you,
universal. There is
they
no
need not
language for
understand.
mockery.
This is true. You definitely mock, and the spider recognizes that the mock happened. However, the spider cannot actually hear you right now. Mechanically, the spider cannot hear you right now.
Oh.
He also has more self-esteem, so really, if he did hurt him, he would.
he has
he
a
sheen of
thick
self-confidence.
he has thick skin.
Yeah, he's.
So yeah, the vicious mockery, you cast it and it works, but like it doesn't actually, like, something stops the spell from taking effect over the creature.
Shit.
So we are going to move to Dorvis now, unless you're going to move, Mitha.
Would I provoke opportunity?
No, it didn't attack you before. You have a feeling it can't attack you right now.
I'm gonna get as far away from it, but stay in the hut.
All right, so the hut. So what? 10 foot? Is it radius or diameter?
Let me double check.
Yeah. 10-foot radius. So it's
Yeah.
That thing's huge. This is 20 feet.
Yeah, it's
you're
big.
you're able to move like all the way to one like corner of it, whereas it's in the center, so you're able to move about 10 feet away from it.
Cool.
And it still sort of like has all 7 of its eyes locked on you right now. And you can sort of see once again, like it's still the effect on the spider is still very shimmering. It's almost like a like blue tinted glass almost. That's sort of covering the spider. And we're at Dorvis now.
All right. So I have a feeling I can't do anything against the spider, at least physically, that is like has just gone through this barrier. So I think I'm gonna help out my man Brooke.
Okay.
Because he seems to be in a bit of a bind. So I want to attack the weakest one. So whichever one that he like really damaged up.
Yeah, of course.
I want to blood boil it. I want to get up close to it and touch it and blood boil it.
All right, sounds good. So you run out of the tiny hut, and you run up to the spider. And dude, spiders are pretty gross. Like, do you think that Dorvis actually has the mental fortitude to do this?
We're gonna find out. What should I roll?
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh boy, howdy.
We're about to find out if Dorvis has arachnophobia. Is what we're about to do.
Oh, I'm excited. Oh shit! I got a dirty 20.
Dorvis, there are many things in this life that you're afraid of. In fact, more things you're afraid of than not. Spiders are not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you run up and you grab that hairy, like fleshy leg, and you just like you boil. So boil is a what, 3rd level spell, correct?
I don't know. You have it. I haven't gotten the written stuff.
I have. Yeah, I have it in the group me.
Okay, cool. I need to get like that list.
Yeah, I know. I believe it is a 3rd level spell. So that's one of your 3rd level spell slots done.
Yes.
And it does like, let's say it consumes. I believe I set that one at 35 ounces of blood.
Okay.
From your vials that you have.
It. So now I've got, yeah. How many did I have to start out when I first got them? It was like,
I believe you had 50.
Okay, so now I'm down to like 40.
No, 15. You're down to 15.
15. Great, thanks.
Yeah. All right. But the spider begins to boil from the inside out. And go ahead and roll. It's going to roll a Constitution save real quick.
Okay.
It's going to take. You roll 4d6. It's going to take
4d6?
half damage. Yeah.
Got it.
And it's fire damage.
Okay, so that is. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13.
So rounded down, that's gonna be 6 damage.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Several of its eyes sort of pop out, like literally just like explode outward, and it's just gonna like start squirming, and its legs are starting to sort of curl up in the way that spiders do whenever they die. It's not quite dead yet.
Okay.
It's real close, but it's not quite dead yet. And at the start of its turn, it's going to take more damage because its blood is still literally boiling. Boil was level 2. Boil was level 2, not level 3.
Okay,
so it was a
cool.
level 2 spell slot.
Cool.
And now we are at Walter. So are you going to try to speak with the spiders in here?
No, I've decided not to do that because it seems that people are just fighting instead.
Okay.
So I figured if I talk to him, he's gonna be like, "You are fighting my friends," and like I can't really change that. So I'm gonna go and like I can convince him to stop fighting us with my friends. I can convince them to stop fighting him. Like it's a whole. So no, I'm gonna run out the cave and then cast a lightning bolt on one of them.
So lightning bolt is not necessarily something you cast on something. It's something that you cast and then
in a direction.
Yeah, and
so
just basically fires the base cannon at them.
I'm gonna can I like line myself up with like 2 or more of the giant spiders to get like 2?
So here's the way the positioning is working right now. One's in the center of the dome here. Brooke ran this way out of the dome, and then 2 of the spiders jumped on Brooke. Dorvis knocked Brooke knocked one of the spiders off of him, and Dorvis just went up and touched and boiled. So no matter which spider you're targeting, you're going to hit one of your friends with the lightning bolt as well.
Oh shit.
Well, who has higher health right now?
It's probably me.
Yeah, it's you. Dorvis has a higher health. Also, Brooke, you didn't update your health loss on D&D Beyond.
I did.
What's the deal with...
It's his wild shape health loss, not his actual health loss.
Yeah.
Does it add extra health?
I haven't taken.
Health.
Brooke hasn't. My wild shape, I've taken damage, but like Brooke hasn't taken any damage yet.
That's cool. All right. So yeah. So then I'm gonna So wait. So which one is Brooke on? Which one is Dorvis on?
Brooke is on the white and blue one. Dorvis is on the fleshy colored one.
Which one's bigger?
The fleshy colored one, but it looks like it's about to die.
Okay, well I'm gonna cast on the blue and white one then.
Alrighty.
For the blue and white one. I say, I'm sorry, Brooke, and I.
All right, so boy, do I need a dex save from you, Brooke.
Got it.
I'm gonna start.
If I
D6s.
Even if I pass, I take half damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm turning back into Brooke after.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 6 for me.
Yeah, so you fail. The spider's actually going to succeed on a saving throw. So I need you to roll 8d6 if you're not already doing it. They're Vince.
Yeah. I'm grabbing as many of them as I can. I had that many d6.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. I'm gonna roll. Here they are. 8d6.
I believe you. Yeah.
So pretty. All right, I'm gonna roll them on the ground because I need a lot of space. I'm gonna scoot back. All right. So
I hate this. Who let him have this spell?
I'm so terrified. Walter's mad.
Walter
Too
is
much power.
powerful now. All right, here we go. Get ready for this. Listen to this.
Ooh.
Oh man.
How many dice did you just lose forever?
Yeah, I know, right?
None. All right. Hey. Oh, man, you know what? Hey, if you get close to dying, I'll heal you. I promise.
If I kill you, I'll heal you.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is really good. Oh no, I'm so. Maybe it's not that good for you.
Walter,
You're good.
I just thought of something. Don't forget you have inspiration.
Hold on.
He can't hear you because he took off his
You
headphones.
you as in maybe it's not so good as for you the
Walter,
the player.
Don't forget you have inspiration.
Can I like?
You can give
Hey,
in.
that's a good idea. Hey,
Oh.
let me give inspiration to you, my friend, Brooke, so you can re-roll that bad roll.
Okay, here we go.
That's usually not the way the inspiration works, but for the sake of the fact that Brooke might just die here,
I was being a little dramatic. I might. I should be okay. I'm a half orc, man.
You should. No, I rolled the dice. You should roll.
Really?
no, actually, yeah.
You should actually roll. You
Okay.
have to beat an 11.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Okay, good.
Oh!
So you're taking half damage here on this one, Brooke.
Okay.
What's the total?
6, 5, 5, 5, 5,
Oh God.
6, 4, 4. I did a really good roll. All right.
Oh my god!
That'd have been great if it hit the spider.
Yeah, it would have been very good. So let me add them together.
Ass.
6 plus clear. 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 divided by 2 equals. No, that's not right.
Oh my god.
What's the total? What's the total? We can divide it.
20 plus 8 equals. It's 20. I did 20 damage then.
Is that
Okay.
before it got half?
the total was 40. Yeah, and I did
Oh.
20 damage.
So you did
Okay,
20
so here's
damage.
the thing: if I failed, I was at 2 on my wild shape, 38 max, so it would have brought me to a 0 exactly.
So you would have been brought to 1 because you're a half orc.
Because I'm a half orc, I
Yeah.
would have been back to 1.
All right.
Well, I would have
Okay.
been.
Wow.
So 20.
All right. So that was.
Tank doesn't fuck around. All right.
All right. So you did 20 damage. Jesus, that is amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So what basically happens is you like look over like in the direction of Brooke and you shout, "I'm so sorry, Brooke," and then you're just going to like basically clap your hands together, and from that clap, like just a shock of electricity shoots out, and as it, like sort of darts around, it just grows and grows until it's just this huge beam of like electricity firing from your clap, and the spider and Brooke both look over at the same time, and then both like sort of look at each other, and then like shove away from each other, and so they caught by like the fringes of the electricity, and they both end up taking the 20 damage.
Walter Tang knows what's up.
The spider's like sort of like literally like flailing on the ground like outside of the range. Brooke like was a bear and then just gets blasted back as Brooke lands on the ground a couple feet away.
Oh, you shot the bear out of me!
Hey, I'll heal you. It's okay. I know healing word.
And not just that, but all of the webs that are on that wall that you guys walked in on are now have been ignited as well. So like they are on fire too. So now you're in a burning cave from both ends of just webs on fire, dead spiders raining down, the 3 giant spiders still like flailing around. And speaking of that one giant spider who's about to die, let's see how they're doing on that boiling blood scenario. The answer's relatively well. So they're going to take that much damage. All right. So with the spider's like literal final dying like action, basically, it's going to like just shoot a giant stream of web in Brooke's direction.
Ooh.
So.
No.
I need you. I don't need you to do anything. I'm gonna do it. 24 to hit.
Yep.
You are restrained, Brooke.
Okay. I am not a bear anymore. Bears are more dexterous than I am. A lot more dexterous than I am.
Yeah. So just in case you need to know about the restrained like effect, I can look that up for you just so you know it.
I can put it on my conditions.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so that's what that spider does, and then it just like its legs curl up, and it just basically pops from like the fire literally like boiling inside of it. And it smells even more like it smells like burnt popcorn now in the cave, which is even worse. And then the spider that got hit by the lightning bolt is going to shimmer away, like basically turn like the glassy and like start to scurry up the wall away from you guys.
That's what I thought. Get out of here.
Hey, however, the spider that's in the tiny hut, that spider, however, is going to return to being blue and white, and jump and make an attack against Mitha.
I hear what's happening. The audio keeps cutting out.
Oh, sorry. The spider that was in your hut returning to being okay. So I will type it to her on Discord, just so everyone knows the spider is phase shifting back into the material plane.
Okay, it seems to be normal now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Spider, stop being glassy, attacking you.
Oh, that's not cool.
It isn't cool, but the spider's doing it anyway. It's an 8 to hit. Nah, son. That spider sort of like goes out out to jump at you, and you just sort of remember your training that you've had in the past, and just sort of like deftly sidestep away from the spider as it sort of glides past you out of the dome. And you're now in prime position as it is soon to be your turn. Brooke, you are restrained by webbing. You can make a strength check as your action in order to break out of it, if you'd like.
I would. Okay. Question: if I am restrained and I want to cast a spell, I'm guessing my mouth is okay, but I'm trying to do anything somatic.
Yes, that's going to stop you from doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and. I'm gonna bonus action wild shape into what's the strongest? Yep, bear again.
Back to a bear.
Back to a bear.
All right.
And then I'm gonna try and break out.
Okay, cool. So, basically, like in the last like 6 seconds or so, what happened is Brooke like stared at spider, back from bear, got hit by web, was like, oh man, went back to being a bear. So, we're really running the gamut on what Brooke's capable of in bear form here. So go ahead and give me a strength check.
That is a 12 plus 4, 16.
All right. You managed to get through the webbing. All right, but that is your action and bonus action for the turn. You still have your movement if you would like.
I want to move towards because bears can climb actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no.
Web has movement restriction. I believe it counts as difficult terrain. Just so you know.
Oh. Can I try? I'm gonna start moving towards the wall where the spider climbed up, as far as I can get.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got 40 feet of movement and then 30 of climb.
It'll take 20 in order to get to the wall, and then you can climb up 15. So the spider moved up its full climbing speed, which is 30. So yeah, it's still 15 feet away from you. All right, and Mitha, go ahead and do your turn now. You are in like riposte distance of this spider.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step out of my little hut. It disappears. I'm just gonna hit it with my rapier.
All right. So for the first time, you draw your sword.
Shane?
And it just like the golden jewelry and stuff like that you have like all over you.
Oh, it's golden.
Oh yeah, absolutely it is.
Oh yeah.
It's golden. Ugh. And it shines great in all these flames. It looks good.
So go ahead and give me a it was 8 to hit.
Yeah.
So I want to paint this picture for you. So you draw the sword. You like assume like the proper dueling posture. You like look around at everybody and like you sort of give like an eyebrows up, like watch this. Yeah, exactly. Nodding your head, like do a couple of flourishes, and then you go to stab and just like you hit the carapace of the spider and just like deflect off of it. Like it's like hit. And like like didn't find any purchase on the spider at all, and even the spider looks at you a bit quizzically.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, man.
Amazing. And is there anything else that you want to do for your?
Bonus action healing word to my bear friend.
All right.
Well, I'm good now. You don't want to burn that on me. I'm back at full.
Yeah, he's back in bear form.
In the most Brooks way this bear can do.
Oh, I'd take it as good. I might miss another shot anyway. Who knows?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. From what I understand, Justin, if you're back and able to join the call, just let me know on the group me, okay? Yeah, so the Dorvis, we're at you now.
All right, so I've been boiling this spider's blood, but he's dead now, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he popped.
He popped, yeah. So just double checking that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, there's still. So we got this last spider. All right. Let me think here. I don't want to add more fire.
Why not? Fire is great.
I really don't think adding fire to this situation is gonna make it any better.
It is pretty.
Oh, back to the stream. Never mind.
Like fire.
Fire. I could.
Fire is good.
Something in the back of my mind says, "Fire, do fire. Fire is good." I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna just go ahead and create bonfire under the spider.
I want to apologize to future Glenn who had to listen to me just whisper into everyone's ear.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate
Who
that.
listens to the recording?
So you're creating a bonfire into which spider?
Oh, I thought the other spider.
One spider is dead. There are still 2 spiders.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Scratch that then. Actually no. I'm gonna do it under the one that's the ethereal spider.
The one that's fighting Mitha right now?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you create a bonfire underneath it. At the start of its turn, it will roll a dex save, or else take 1d6 fire damage.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
What do I need to roll to like?
No, you just cast it. Great bonfire just happens.
For blood stuff.
Roll. So it shouldn't be your maximum hit die. It should be it should just be 1. It's a cantrip. It's like you're at the first level. So 1 hit die.
1 hit die. Let's see what happens. Is this just how much damage I take?
Yeah, it reduces the amount of damage you'll take.
Okay, got it.
Is anyone else imagining like the Full Metal Alchemist, like Colonel Mustang?
Yeah.
Bonfire.
Sometimes anime really comes in clutch with imagery.
It does.
All right, so I rolled a 2. So does it how much? So that's.
So you take 8 damage.
Take 8 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
So for the first time, this is actually the first time that you get to feel this.
Bonfire.
I'll say that one of your fingers like goes numb as the blood that normally courses through it just becomes inert and unable to process life. And like it just sort of curls up as you sort of like snap your fingers, and the bonfire erupts underneath the phase spider that's attacking Amitha.
And how much blood vial does that take?
It doesn't. It uses your blood.
Oh, that's right. That makes sense. All right, I'm figuring it out. Cool. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So, that is that your action? Are you gonna do anything else?
I don't think I could do anything else. So, I mean, I'm gonna. How close am I to that other spider?
You are. It's up on the wall. Like it's Yeah, but you're within like casting range of it probably.
But unless I can't cast another spell, can I?
Not as an action. As a bonus action, you could.
I don't know if I have a bonus action I can do. Do I? I don't think so. I don't think I have any spells that are bonus action.
Okay, in which case you can move or you can end your turn.
Then I will just end my turn as I'm wondering what happened to my hand.
All right, excellent. We're not Walter.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on my good pal Brooke. Granted, I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, so
I'm good. I really am. I'm good. I'm at full right now because I'm a bear.
No, here's the thing. 3rd level isn't very good. Like it's only 3d4, so like it would be.
But
it's really not a good healing spell. Like,
so,
he's a full-blown bear.
If I'm at full for my bear, would it carry over to my character hit points?
I don't think so. If it were temporary hit points, then it would. But since it is an alternate hit point set, I don't believe that it does.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. Then never mind.
I'm just gonna use my while I'm climbing.
Cool.
Kind of give you the.
So wait, how many spiders? Are there 2 spiders left now?
There's 2 spiders left now. Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they again?
One's climbing up right now. One is currently squaring off against Mitha.
How close is Mitha to it?
Within 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah, if I were to cast Thunderbolt again, it might not.
If you roll like you did last time, good God.
If I cast Thunderbolt again, so wait, it's a 5-foot wide blast. So I mean, if I aimed only at that one spider, and she's 5 feet away from it, I think I'd argue she'd be safe.
That's probably true.
Okay, are they inside the hut right now?
No, the hut's gone.
Yeah, the hut's gone.
Out.
Okay, yeah. Goodbye, other spider.
All right.
Yeah, it's no longer ethereal.
And make sure that is your second third level slot. Just make sure you keep track of that.
My last third level. Yeah, I am.
All right.
Lightning bolt. Gonna cast that one again.
All right. The spider's gonna make a dex save.
He is.
The spider fails his dex save, just for reference.
Ooh. All right.
Nice. Oh,
Get ready
God.
for this. Get ready for this. It's such a good sound. I hope you can hear us in the recording because it sounds really good.
No, we can hear it. Believe us.
Get ready. 1, 2, go Tigers. that was a lot worse than last time. I'll be honest.
Because you hit an opponent this time.
Yeah, I actually hit it this time. Yeah. Okay. I'm gathering all the dice right now. Because the floor, it's so much satisfying to hit this wooden floor in my house. All right. Oh no, wait, that one was a 2. That one was a 2. I remember it was a 2. All right. So we have right here, 10, 26 damage.
All right. So, boy, does it take 26 damage. And it gets blasted back away from Mitha. So Mitha, this is what happens from your point of view. You like glance off of the spider's carapace, and then and like you're like, oh man, that wasn't cool. And then like suddenly the spider just erupts in like a flash of light and gets blasted back. And it just like starts like flail and it's like on fire now, and like you're like, huh? When you're like looking at your rapier a little bit, like, all right, yeah, this is all right.
Dang,
so,
I'm really good with the sword.
Yeah. So that one's dead. That one's climbing on a wall and is going to continue to climb away from the bear that's chasing after it right now. And the one that's sort of like flailing around is also going to like phase shift out. And at this point in time, I'll say that the fire has gotten to the point where the webbing that was holding up the doors has fallen. So,
Let's book it.
Pitter patter skedatter.
Amazing.
Yes, I agree.
Not another one.
Oh, God. Man,
All right.
I sure hope there aren't other 5 more spiders. Ah, fuck.
Panics in
So,
there.
are you guys going the way that you came or the way that you were going?
Going.
Way that we're going. No way we're
Okay,
going.
yeah. So you guys sprint out of the cave as it continues to just burn. Hey, Brooke, you're gonna get off the wall and charge after them like a bear, or are you gonna keep going after that spider?
Decisions.
I'm gonna jump off the wall.
Okay,
Go
okay.
after him as a bear.
All right, sounds good. So you guys are running, and you hear like "Futhunk, futhunk," as like a bear starts to like catch up to you guys because the bear has more movement speed. And you guys get a good distance away, and you finally get a moment to the smell of popcorn sort of fades, the smell of burning popcorn sort of fades, and you guys get a moment to yourselves to just like rest and just breathe for a second.
Well, that was something.
Yeah. Ugh. God, my hand hurts.
I can play us like a little song of rest.
I wild shape back into Brooke. Yeah, that would be an excellent idea. I'm a little.
A little
My
music.
nipples are chafing off it bad.
Hey,
I don't know if it'll help with that.
Hey, Vincent, your mic's muted again.
Hey, I'm a cat. Thank you, because I started talking but the responses I got were like valid responses. I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like so Brooks now back into his half orc form. I'm gonna cast healing word at 2nd level, which will be 3d4. Oh yeah, will be 2d4 actually.
All right. So the Song of Rest. Will you explain for the people who don't know what the Song of Rest does, what it will do for them?
Let's see. So I'm gonna play you a little tune on my pan flute.
A little ditty.
Just a little ditty about Jack and Diane. So any of y'all
kids living up in the heartland.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
this song. Oh my goodness.
Kinda.
It was really popular back where I'm from in Tarun. So anyone that can hear the performance will regain hit points at the end of the short rest by expending 1 or more hit dice You'll get an extra 1d6 on top of your hit die.
Are we gonna take a short rest then? Is that what's happening?
Yes, this is a short rest.
Please.
Okay, cool.
So you cast the healing word. How much did Brooke regain from that?
Oh, yeah, let's see.
How much? Yeah.
5.
All right, so you regain 5 hit points, Brooke. And then if you want to expend hit dice, you also get additional health back because of the Song of Rest.
I know I'm gonna do that because I need to heal up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
we're
don't know
gonna
if
take
y'all
short
checked
rest.
the Discord,
So
but I didn't bring any d6s. So
What's the bonus?
If you want to, I can roll for you.
I got the app on my phone. I'm gonna just do that.
Yeah, that works.
What's the bonus you get?
1d6.
Okay, so you just get an extra 1d6 to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of your hit dice, or
Awesome.
however many you decide to expend.
Does D&D Beyond tell you what your hit dice is?
Awesome.
Yes, it should.
If you go to your
Does
character builder, you can see it. But
It does. You click on short rest.
Oh, when you click on short rest. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone, make sure you hit that short rest button. Which is why we use D&D Beyond. Wow, it's so convenient. Okay, so while you guys are sort of doing this mechanical stuff, what's happening at a player level? At a character level, I mean.
Two. That's what I'm doing.
I recover nothing from the short rest, but it's okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, my spell slots are still depleted, so I'm just gonna. What's it gonna be? Us chilling out, and I guess talking. So, I suggested the plan be that we get out of this cave system, and I don't know because I have family in Tilvastown. Granted, it takes some time to get to Tilvastown because we have to cross the desert of Grendel, but that's a hard trek to make on people who aren't trying to for people who want to kill us. It's a hard trek to make. So I mean, it would give us time to rest for a bit if that's an idea.
Honestly, that's the best idea I've heard so far. I mean, we're just in the central area right now where everything is coming at us. I think we find a hiding place at least for a little bit or something.
Yeah,
Well-
my family would take. They're nice folk, except the fact that they're racist as hell. So I can do my best.
Well, we're underground, so I guess the first thing is to not be underground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, except that the way we just came in was full of
Bad
bad
news.
people. Bad news. They're not bad people, I guess. From their position, we're bad people, but that's a whole different circumstantial thing. I think we should get out a different way that we came in.
I agree, honestly, but without Ken, I mean, we don't really know our area around here.
Yeah,
I miss Ken.
I do too.
I didn't know him very well, but he did seem very nice.
He was kind of brooding a lot of the time, really.
Kind of nice, but I mean, yeah, he kind of just
Oh.
sulked a lot. But I mean, he was nice to have around. Yeah,
Well, we never had anyone who could brood better than Ken could.
Oh, he brooded like nobody else.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then who will brood for him?
Exactly.
I mean,
must
we
brood
did that, never
together.
got a chance to rest.
We've just been fighting for so long.
Doesn't even feel like that long though. It
mean,
feels forever, but it's only literally been a few days. Okay, well, hold on. We were traveling out of Grendel for a weekish, it feels, and then we.
It's probably been about a month or so.
Oh, really? A month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't kept track of the time because I know we weren't using real time
Yeah.
when we were doing stuff. Things taking place over days, so it has been a month. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So as you guys are sort of sitting around thinking about Ken, there is a you get a sort of weird feeling about where you are. Not weird as in giant spiders weird, but weird as in the same sort of weird that you got whenever you entered into Dormus. It's the same weird that you got whenever you entered into the temple to become a hemomancer. That kind of weird.
I don't like that weird.
What's
Guys, I'm feeling something weird around here, and it's not the good kind of weird. Sorry, that's kind of vague. I feel.
Is your hand still hurting?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic? Okay.
Detect Magic.
Yeah. Do you roll for detect magic, or does it just happen? It just happens, right?
I think it happens.
Yeah. So, for detect magic, you like close your eyes, and then like whenever the circuitry ignites, whenever you open your eyes, they're like colored like galaxies, and it allows you to sort of see magical pulses in the circuitry that runs through the world, and you do see a lot of circuitry that you can't quite pin down the school of, coming from further down the shaft that you're going down right now.
So it's coming down that way, the way we're going for. So I don't
like how that feels.
But the other direction is spiders again.
and a large group of drow who want to destroy us. So I don't know. Our options are kind of weird right now.
Is there any third option in where we are?
No.
Well, no. Well,
Consider yourselves railroaded.
consider yourselves like sunglasses railroaded.
Well, if we go that way, guys. Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, I mean, I can see
Forward.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we go that way, guys, I'm just saying we better be careful. I mean, if we go back, we know what's coming at us, but I feel something weird is in front of us.
Well, I don't know. As of right now, I feel like we came across some of the worst stuff that could happen. Not the spiders. Spiders were handled, but like I don't know. Diesel boy back there, like floating head eyeball man. That was terrifying, and it's hard to really beat that guy or even to meet up with him in terrifying. So I mean,
I worked with him long enough. He is a very powerful being, and even with opposing him now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to survive all this.
So let's keep
surprised
going.
he hasn't found us yet or known that. Well, I think he might just be busy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's a busy man. He's making all sorts of deals. He's a businessman first and foremost. He's not just some random villain. You know, he's not like that Swift fellow where he'll just go off and be all like, hey, jazz hands. No, he's a businessman.
And businessmen are terrifying. Salesmen terrify me so much.
I don't think he could do jazz hands. He doesn't have hands.
He'll just have other people do it for him.
Oh,
that sounds like a businessman right there. Yeah,
that's scary. Honestly,
that's real business right there.
And he'll underpay them too. You know, I've had to. I look all dressed up. I look all dressed up. But I've had to share like a little house with 8 other people. I actually wasn't paid for it. Dreadful.
Dang.
You'd think I'd be paid more for all the work I did for all like those 25 years.
Well,
that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's some exploitation out of the
and no benefits.
None for 25 years. No benefits.
No benefits.
You'd at least think like some kind of dental plan or something.
Yeah. No, look, I got a gold tooth back here. It's not just for show. It's not just to match my jewelry.
Did he even pay for that gold tooth?
No, I had to save up for 3 months.
Yeah, I don't like this guy either. I kind of want to kill him too, but I don't have a vendetta.
I should have quit sooner.
Yeah, but weren't you bound by contract? Isn't there like a contract?
Yeah, he had some weird brain stuff going on. He has a lot of access to a lot of magic, maybe at least as much as Swift does. At least.
Guys, do you think if we would have signed that contract, we would have been under that trance?
I don't know.
If not worse, because he had other motives for you guys. Like he had other plans.
Oh.
Other plans?
Well, because there's the basic one of kill Swift, but he saw a lot of potential in y'all and how y'all kept getting involved in other people and all these other incidences that kept surrounding y'all. So I don't know if he had a full plan, but he knew there was more than just Swift.
Although I appreciate him seeing our potential, I also don't like him.
Neither do I.
Neither do I. You just heard my sob story.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm adding his name to the Pendleton Esquire's list of enemies of the Tang Gang, aka the Jazz at 5. Balazar is now on there.
Fantastic.
I'm glad Balazar is now. Balazar the Affluent is now on there.
Got to stretch his page out a little bit.
Well, I guess you guys are right. I mean, I guess it can't really get worse.
And I guess Johan hates us by circumstance because he signed a contract. Maybe he got the mind control bug on him, but he did willingly sign it. I don't know. I don't know
It's
whether
very-
he's.
Very confusing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one reassurance I do have for you, that pretty girl Stella, she is
Oh,
safe.
yeah?
She is
Oh.
safe. That's-
Hey,
Oh, that's good.
safe, buddy.
Well, hey, no, it's
I don't know about the others because, of course, they're not as important as the main guy's daughter of
Well,
you know all that jazz.
Lil
but
Paul's
she
dead.
is-
Doesn't matter. I only like Lil Paul, and they killed him first.
It's
Really?
like he sounded like a nice fellow, but
He
yeah,
was
I don't know about
best.
the other
Oh,
fellow.
man.
I don't know about all those other fellows, but she's at least safe for now.
That's
Maybe
good.
with Johan agreeing to work with Balthazar, maybe she might be okay.
All right. So at this point, it's kind of time to make a decision. Are you going to head further down the cave, or are you going to try to find a way out the other way?
I guess we're gonna go further into the cave.
Yeah, I said we had
That's the
further
way the
in.
wind blows. Maybe not literally. But
There's no wind down here.
So you guys go
Not where the
further
wind
down the
blows.
cave,
But it's where the magic.
and
flows.
Vincent, you still have detect magic active. It's active
Oh,
for
yeah.
a while.
10 minutes.
Yeah. So you travel further down the cave, and you keep following the circuitry as it kind of winds around, and then you find a lot more circuits sort of coming from other areas, and they're all sort of converging on this one path, and eventually it comes to the point where to you the entire cave is lit up with these magical blue lights, veins pulsing with energy from every single corner of Grendel, all converging on this massive cave that you guys find yourself dumping out to. Like, Walter, you're going to go blind if you don't kill detect magic. It's so bright in here.
Hey guys, there's a lot of magic happening in here. Like, there's a lot of magic happening in here. Like, it kind of hurts my head. I'm kind of getting a migraine now. Like, it's fuck. I stop it.
Okay.
God, it's bright. God, it's bright. There's so much, like, where we're heading. A lot of magic is going down there, and I don't know. Maybe we'll find another player in this power struggle of Grendel. Like, at this point.
So
I still hope we don't, but like, because that'd make things even more complicated for us. Because then we have 3 people to worry about.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I already have 3 people to worry about, so.
That's a good point. You do.
How's my feel now? Like, is it?
It's very much like skin crawling at this point. Like it looks like you were staring up at the thing whose blood you drank. Like, it's horrific.
Guys, maybe we should go. I don't like it in here.
There's nothing in this cavern except for a single stone table sitting in the center.
Something
Oh,
doesn't
so
feel
did
right.
we make it to the end already?
Yeah, like you're in a massive cavern right now.
Okay, so it's all right.
Yeah,
okay.
like that's where that's why it was blinding you, is because like all of the veins of magic were like in this one sort of consolidated cave.
Is there anything inscribed on the?
Do you go up to look at it?
I do.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go up also to look at it.
I guess I do too.
The words on the table are a bit hard to decipher at first, but as you sort of look at them, even though at first you're like, I don't know what this says. Like, I can't speak its language. Like, whatever it is lost on me. But as you look at it more, you sort of find familiar patterns in the letters, and it sort of almost turns. It doesn't turn into anything. It's still what it was, but you find yourself deciphering it, despite having no idea what it was saying before. And it says the sentence, "Speak the final rule, and you'll have your wish granted."
What?
Y'all, I don't know what this means exactly, but it might be time to meta game a little, if I will.
Hey, I think this is Walter speaking. Well, did he tell us what it says, or
You can read
did
it.
I see what
Yeah.
Okay.
All of you like who looked at it can read it.
I think we should wish to go to my town, to Tinseltown. Is that what I call it? Yeah, Tinseltown. So, I mean, if we get us
Tilvistown.
out of here,
Tilvistown.
Tilvistown. That's what I said, Tilvistown. To get us out, get us where we're going, and to give us a chance to rest. And I feel like if we wish for too much, it might bite us in the butt. If we wish for, like, Swift to die, that seems like it's not going to work.
But what about Ken?
Well, what if we wish for Ken to be back alive in Tinsel?
but
then it would just take Fresco to greet him. But he doesn't know. I mean, I hope he would understand why he's there. I don't know. They don't take kindly to a lot of people out there in Tilvis Town. Well, actually, no, just my family. My family's racist. The Tilvis Town people were kind of okay, but like my family were dicks. So I guess he could survive.
But guys, we don't even know what it's asking. I mean, what even is the final rule?
I'm gonna reread it again.
It says, "Speak the final rule, and your wish will be granted."
Before
All
we
right.
speak,
Well, that phrase. Yeah, that
when
phrase.
we say it, that might work.
Yeah, that sounds. I don't know. I'm taking it as from a literal standpoint. Maybe if we say it.
Didn't Balazar say something about a final rule?
He did say that. Yeah.
Is this tied
I think.
to
I
him?
think. Well, I mean, maybe it's a larger concept than him. Maybe it's like an ideological idea that he will be the last.
There is nothing a larger concept than I.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Balazar like comes up from the floor and looks over and says, "Mitha, you said it yourself. Anything with gold filigree can be tracked."
Shit, I'm covered in gold. Damn
I
it.
was worried.
Also, I was carrying Ken's grievance letter.
But not just that. Another voice from across the cavern chimes in at this point and says, "Hey now, let's not be too quick to jump to conclusions about who's a big deal and who's not," as Swift walks in from the shadows as well.
All right.
Final rule. The final rule.
Swift, you fool. Don't you know that no one can harness the power of the final rule but somebody who already knows it? And Swift looks back and says, "Hey now, why we gotta assume what we do and don't know here? Listen, the final rule belongs to the artists, and you know that." And then with that, like, Swift is going to ignite two like green fires in his hand, and Toric is going to step out from behind Swift, and also I don't know why I forget his name. I feel bad. Sistora. Sistora steps out from behind Toric, and then a fourth figure whom you guys have never seen before, a very slender-looking elf woman, steps out from behind Sistora, and they all stand together, weapons drawn. Toric has blood flowing around him at all, pouring out of his veins and out of hidden vials, just swirling around him. The elf woman has just daggers coming out of every single every finger is between every finger is a dagger. In her teeth, like she's holding like a large sword. Like she is like, but she holds herself in a very elegant poise. And Balazar just like looks and then looks at you all and says, "No need for collateral damage just yet from my new partners." And then you guys in an instant just away.
We didn't sign anything yet.
we didn't sign a contract. What?
I thought that was already known.
So,
like a corporate takeover.
Mitha, if you decide to return to the show, we will determine what happened whenever you get teleported away. But for Brooke, Walter, and Dorvis, you find yourself thudding down onto the ground outside of a rather stately manor that is just inscribed with a large T on the door, burnt in. Walter, you know this place. This is the Tang Estate in Tilvis Town.
Oh no!
And that's where we're going to end it for today. Thank you everybody who listened in for this. I appreciate it. This is the end of this episode of The Final Rule. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and everybody who will listen to the podcast, thank you for tuning in. Just a couple of reminders. Don't be afraid in any of our sort of things that we send out, whether it be the YouTube videos that are archives or the podcast themselves. You can find a link to our Discord in that. Join us on our Discord. Talk to us about the episodes. We're always more than happy to talk and share memes and stuff like that. Also, if you want to support us, we did launch a Patreon last week. It is patreon.com/finalrule. We have a couple of different tiers that have a bunch of really, really cool things. associated with them. So take a look at that if you want to. But just know that everything from that Patreon goes to making the podcast better and the stream better first. So I was your host, Glenn Underwood. You can find me on Twitter at May_tag official. If you have any suggestions for me, don't be afraid to shoot them my way on Twitter or in the suggestion box below. I'm always open to them. I'm always looking for them. And thank you guys so much. Chase, why don't you go and sign off?
All right. Hi, I'm Chase Bernard, otherwise known as Cut to the Chase on Twitch or Cut to the Chase 9 on Twitter. And I played Dorvis, the half-orc wizard.
Thank you very much, Chase. Vince?
Hi, I'm Vincent Bianca. You can find me on at Instagram at I'm a theater major. Today I played the very bald on all sides Earth Genasi Walter Tang, who is also a druid and your favorite gay boy.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Hey, Brendan.
I'm Brendan Bice. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Brendan Bice, and I am Brooke Pendleton II, your bear bud.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Ellen.
Yeah.
Sign us off. Let us know where we can find you, and let us know if anything that you have coming up soon that you want people to check out.
Melon, I was the very glittery and very mouthy Mitha. You can find me on Instagram at Ellen's Restless Mind. It's just chunk full of art. And you can also find me on the Four Humors Comedy for my improv troupe, and also do stuff with Latco Comedy. So find me through there as well.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much once again, everybody, for listening. Hey guys, let's say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.